Human Development Index for Rwanda as 2012 is 0.434 and is ranked at 167. This means that the socioeconomic development in Rwanda is very slow, especially when compared to nations such as America, which has a HDI of 0.937. Since 1980, the HDI index has increased slowly, from 0.277 in 1980 to 0.314 in 2000 to 0.434 in 2012. The Gender Inequality Index for Rwanda as of 2012 is 0.414 and is ranked as 76. This means that the gender inequality is very little, but is significantly more when compared to states which are more developed, such as Japan, which has a gender inequality index of 0.131. The multidimensional poverty index for Rwanda is 0.35, which means that there is a significant amount of poverty within Rwanda. This is likely due to the lack of raw materials, its landlocked position, and since 90% of Rwandans work as subsistence farmers.
When most people hear the country of Russia come up, we always would think that Russia would rank near the top as a highly developed country. However, Russia is not close to the top of that list. There are a lot more countries that are much more human developed than Russia. There can be many reasons for this. It can be because of the resources or because of the education. Russia still has a lot more to improve and grow upon, and Russia is considerably a huge country. Therefore, the resources could still be circulating through the whole country. In other words, most of the small places in Russia may not be as advanced as a city like Moscow. I believe that with time, Russia will reach to the level of one of the highest human developed countries in the world.
Gender empowerment has been a big problem in Japan, such as economic empowerment and political empowerment. In the past, women were not considered capable as men in performing jobs due to the belief that many women in Japan were left unemployed and having insufficient health care for their children. This resulted in Japan's poverty rate to increase and the natural increase rate to decrease because of the decline in babies. Japan decided that women's economic empowerment can lead to gender inequality, a stronger economy, and it reduces the effects of violence. The level of political empowerment of Japanese women is more than 2 times lower than the world average. The influence that Japanese women wield over political decision-making processes is only 7.2% of the level of their male counterparts, against the world average of 18.5%. But Japan has been making an effort to promote equality. Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe has also taken measures to elevate women's participation. Not only has he appointed more women to senior posts in government agencies, but he has also called for corporate Japan to promote more women to executive roles. In concrete terms, he has asked business leaders to set a target of having at least one female executive for the country.
South Africa faces many challenges in the future, like their unemployment, poverty, and AIDS taking the top spots. Unemployment is high, ranging from 25 to 40% unemployment, depending on the source. And income disparity is one of the highest in the world, it is in the top 10 countries. Poverty is extremely prevalent amongst the majority of black South Africans, while most other emerging markets, for better or worse, like Brazil or India, have thriving shadow economies. South Africa has a relatively small shadow economy, occupying about 50% of the jobs. That's not sufficient outlet for poor unemployment. Perhaps the most disturbing is that its public health system is being crippled, fighting the deadly AIDS disease on a scale we have never seen before. South Africans has the highest number of infected people in the world, approximately 6 million. The good news is that it also has the highest domestic investment in the disease in lower and middle income countries. The bad news is that it leaves the healthcare system vulnerable to other issues not being addressed.